let's look at the Grandstaff, see how it works. It's really very simple. Now, there are two clefs in the Grandstaff. They're called clefs. It's one staff called the Grandstaff, but it has a base, which are the low notes. That symbol means bass clef, which is the lower part of the piano, the low notes, the deep notes. This is the treble clef, and those are the high notes. Now, this middle C, you can see how you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines, and this line between the two clefs, usually it's in the middle, that's your middle C, in the middle of the piano, right where the name of the piano usually is, right near there. Now, then you'll see that for now, just disregard this 4/4. That means common time. That relates to counting, rhythm, tempo, and so on. Now, all piano music relies on an alphabet of 7 letters: A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And the Grandstaff is nothing else, just as the piano keyboard is. The Grandstaff is nothing else than a repetition of these 7 letters. So, if we start in the bass clef, that low space, that first note you see there, is A. And it goes up. The next line going up is B. The next space is C. The next line is D. Next space E, F, G. So it's A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Keep going over that till you memorize what it looks like and where the notes are. Then the next set of letters will be higher up on the scale. You finished on this G, and this is A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Again, A, B, C, there's your middle C. Next space is D, E, F, G. And then still higher up, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Now again, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Now as you can see, this is very easy. It shouldn't take long to memorize it, and you can even teach your children this in a short time. Just little by little, memorize it, and you shouldn't have any problem. Now, once that's memorized, you know most of what you need to know about reading. That's the basic thing. That's the alphabet. And that alphabet is 21 notes, or 21 letters. That goes A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Now, there's another. Now, that will cover the notes in the middle of the keyboard. Now, if the composer wants you to go beyond that, he will add lines going up. There'll be a line here, another line there, another line there, and or underneath going down. So that will take you higher up the keyboard. If you're going to play going down the keyboard, it still continues that idea. You know, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So then the next line above this would be A. And the next space would be B. The next line C, D, E, F, G, and so on. If it's going to go all the way up the keyboard, then they'll have what they call an 8. There'll be a symbol 8. 8 V8 means octave. 8 notes higher. In other words, the same note, let's say A, will be the next A going up. And similarly going down. Now if you're going down from the bass, then you'll be counting down. So this is A, and the low line is what comes before A in this alphabet all the time? G. The next space will be F, and then E is the next line, then D the next space, and C, and so on. Now, but I'll show you more of that later. But just so you get the general idea, here is E. If you remember, A, B, C, D, E. Now here's an E here. Here's a C. Next line going down, right? E, the spaces would be D, and then this note is C. And then here, what is that? There's 2 lines, you see? Now this part gets a little confusing to people, so carefully understand. If a composer wants you to understand that a certain melody, theme, is part of an ongoing treble clef theme, he'll write notes like this. They're called ledger lines, just as these notes are ledger lines, as I told you before, notes that go above or below the staff. The ledger lines here are between the staff. Now, if you see ledger lines that are closer to the treble clef, then you calculate from this E going down. So this is E, C, A. Did you understand that? You see, here we have E, C, A. Now, this A would be the same A as the top line of the bass clef. But just because the composer wants you to understand that it's part of an ongoing theme that was in the treble clef, they'll write notes below like this, ledger lines between the clefs. If he wants you to know that there's a theme which is part of an ongoing bass clef theme, he'll write ledger lines close to the bass clef, between the clefs, between the clefs. So here we have A, C, E. That's your middle C, just as that is your middle C. And this is E, which is the same E as this. Now he can write notes up to as many as he wants. So you could have, 3 ledger lines or 4 ledger lines. It doesn't matter. You just count up. You know what note you're playing. They're the same notes.